So shout out to Clay, who's the creator of this game. This is a sponsored segment for them. We've played this game a number of times in the past. I've enjoyed it a good bit. We started our run with Rook yesterday. So one of the things people compare this to other deck building games, rightfully. This game does a couple of things that are very unique. The first is that you have two different decks. You have a deck of cards that you use for negotiating, and you have a deck of cards that you use for battling that are separate, and you build and draft them in different ways and level up the cards as you use them in these different decks. And then the game has a full RPG element to it. Each of the characters has a different storyline and a different map that you play through and do different things and make different decisions. And the decisions that you make while you play the game impact whether or not you're fighting or talking or negotiating your way out of different situations. There's a third character out yet. I think it's not fully out yet. My notes say it has a 30-minute preview, which I assume means it's not fully done. Alright, so we're just almost at the end of day 2 yesterday. So for people asking about like replayability and the amount of time you can play through the game, like we're 2 out of 5 days through the run with this character Rook here, and we played for over 2 hours getting through 40% of the content yesterday in this character with this one run. And similar to other deck building games, you can build and craft your decks in different ways when you play through these runs. You can have different modifiers that make it more challenging, and because it's an RPG, you can make different series of choices that trigger different missions in different orders and see some things that you don't see based on the decisions that you make. You open your eyes to a new day. At least this one doesn't come with a new day, but Identity 2. You gained 2 experience on Ammo Pouch. Alright. Hebel grunts like a greased fire as you approach. Package came for you. Who left it? Didn't leave a name, just a package. You have a shrewd eye in there somewhere, Hebel, I'm sure of it. Just take it before it explodes. That would be bad for business. You hold your breath and pull the string. Alright, no explosion. Must be my lucky day. Inside, you find a bundle of loose papers and a note addressed to you in a cipher that'll take a moment to decode. Nevertheless, years of training had allowed you to grasp most of the work at a glance. Candidate device located. Deep bog rumored heremic faction. The next portion requires more clear translation, but after a moment of study, its meaning unfurls before you. Secure the loyalty of one of your contacts using the enclosed intelligence. Either one of them should know more about these boggers. The intelligence file reveals the location of a bogger encampment and implies that they've found a large cache of ancient technology. This is the kind of lead that either the Barons or the Rise would totally kill for. Alright, we're gonna go to the Rise, because I'd much rather play the pro-Union character than the Union Buster character, appealing to the Barons. You there, stop. Can I help you? The bogger stares at you, looking for something. After an uncomfortable moment, they speak. The bog grows within you, but you are not worthy of it. I will take it out. Yeah, we have the coin that we like, Cody. The process will be painful, but the bog must be made whole again. You will comply. Oh, yeah, this is the thing that bit us, right? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Winter removes drowsiness. The process is excruciating. The bog has been satisfied. Someday you may be worthy of its embrace. It's weird that it didn't hurt us. Actually, before we go here, let's go to the black market. We haven't done that yet. It's already day 3. Oh, it reduces our max health. Oh, you're right. We were above 48, weren't we? You approach the market, but armed guard steps out of the shadow to cut you off. This establishment is for members only. 40 deuce. Thanks for the 14 months. So we can either pay them to let us in, or we can convince them to let us in. As clandestine as you make it sound, this is ultimately a business. Oh, this will be super easy. Let's get to blacklist here. So, in the discussions, you each have a resolve. And if you get their resolve to 0, they let you through. I'm going to make a point to play out a bunch of my cards here. Every one of your cards has lines on it for every time that you've played it. And every time that you play it, when it fully gets there, when you play the card all the way across, your card levels up. So basically your cards gain experience as you go. So even though I could have knocked down his resolve just with my first card, I'm going to go ahead and play through all 3 of these to work to level them up. And then you can draft extra cards after encounters. I don't think any of these seem particularly useful. My work takes me all over the continent, my friend, sometimes all the way to Retoria. I'm a member worth having with connections in every faction. If you're a spy, then? Fine, conditional membership granted, but you better have shills to spell. You see a Spark Baron here selling graphs. At the start of each negotiation, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Whenever you draw a card, apply 1 composure to a random argument. And if you discard a card, deal 2 damage to a random argument. You remember the Spark Barons, are you not? I am. And this is an illegal black market operation run by the Jakes, is it not? It is. How do you reconcile that? Shouldn't you be reporting this to your superiors? I contain multitudes. I'm gonna get the interrogator. How many? We can look at our graphs up here, right? I actually have 2 more graph slots. We could buy a couple of these here. Each character has their own specific campaign, Punchworthy. But the decisions you make in those campaigns allow the campaign to play out differently run to run. Wait. So this works with the other one I just bought. Whenever you discard a card, deal 2 damage to a random enemy argument. And then this says, at the start of each negotiation, discard up to 2 cards. And then draw that many new cards. It's good. Good solid synergy. Yeah, I'll let you in. Doesn't mean I trust you. Break anything and I'll break you. We can remove a negotiation card. Oh yeah, I wanted to get rid of the Grumble. Grumble cards are not great. It's really well done, Bebo. Like I said, I didn't really get into Slay the Spire, but I like playing RPG games. Like I played, a ton of Pokemon, Diablo, Skyrim growing up, and this game has well, it's not an open world RPG game, it's story driven, and the fact that like it's story driven where you play with the deck of cards instead of just like having random number generator stuff happen is great. I'm not. Thanks for the 2/3 of the area. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Slayman, thanks for the entire year of support. Let's get your sword to go with that shield. Alright, let's go report to the Rise, huh? See if they can do with the info that we got. The Rise, for people that weren't there yesterday, this campaign, you're basically playing both sides in a police/government control style unit, and the Rise are like a labor union that are like pro workers' rights. So when we get presented with choices that allow us to benefit one or the other, I prefer to benefit the workers' rights people. Good morning, Rook. Are you ready to stand up for what's right? I have something for you. Leafs through the papers. So the Boggers found themselves a weapons cache. Those Bog Adel fools are more likely to worship them than put them to good use. In the right hands, those weapons could topple the barons. Want me to retrieve them? No, it's too big of a job for just one person, and I don't trust this report, not yet. We'll discuss this again soon. I need to consider other options. How can I be of service to the Rise while you're busy hatching plans? There's always work to be done. Both of these are negotiations. A mole working for the Spark Baron, feeding critical information to the Rise. Kalendra relies on information to direct operations, but lately Aldo has stopped talking. Talk to Aldo and figure out how to turn the tap back on. Steal secret research data from the Barons and sell it to the highest bidder to raise funds for the Rise.
Totally.
You're not our only secret weapon, you know? I'm not? This is staggering. Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta ferret out the secret from more than one direction. We have a mole in the Barons and she hasn't been responding to our messages lately. Go figure out what's wrong. And again, good example here. Sometimes there's missions they give you that tell you that where you have to battle, so you get to kind of build your own decision tree as you go through and make choices what you want to do. Let's go find our contact, huh? Hey, this ain't public property. I don't know who you are, but you better get the heck out of here before I bust your face in. And with Kalendra, she wants to know why you haven't reported in lately. I don't know her, and if I did, I wouldn't admit to it. Sounds like the kind of thing that could blow one's cover. If I had a cover to blow, that is. I see. I suppose there are many threats that could blow one's cover this side of the bog. Like Kibi, for instance. She's a real snitch, and once she gets her paws on a juicy secret, well, they could be a real threat to any operation if you catch my meaning. I do, but you won't catch me admitting it. Kibi spends most of her time in the rec center. If you could lure her out of there into the open, we could neutralize the problem. I do enjoy making things neutral. Let's go deal with Kibi. Except we didn't talk. In fact, I don't even know what you look like. I've momentarily gone blind. Of course, at my age, it's to be expected. I'm sorry, did someone say something? I can't hear a damn thing. The door's over that way. Best to see yourself out. Remember, don't let anyone else hear you talking about me to Kibi on Baron property. Get them out of the rec center before you make your move. You enter the rec center, it smells of Baron sweat. This area is for Spark Barons only. Provide identification or leave. Working for Felmo, you can check my contract on file. Proceed. The guard ambles off, and after some searching, you find Kimbi working on her reps. So we can attack her bluntly, or we can try and trick her into following us, which is harder because she hates us. Aldo sent me. She's ready to discuss the terms of your silence. I was about to say we should go private to discuss this further. So I get to discard up to 2 cards here. Yeah, that works exactly how we wanted to. Just nails them with our other graft. So Head Turner here says it deals max damage if we're on heads, which we are, and it's prepared the leftmost card in our hand, so it gives us an extra action. So we get to play this for free, basically. Apply a little composure here. And then unfortunately do not have the resources to play Headbanger. Card stolen. They stole our call it. Gains composure whenever you draw a hostility card. So probably want to beat that. We have another Head Turner here, which is free in terms of actions because it's prepared. Draw a card, then prepare a card. Right. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else to do with our last resource. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this to set my coin to heads, because when we set my coin to heads, I gain 2 composure to block some of this damage. So we've got 5 coming in, and we've got 2 armor, so we're going to take 3 here. Alright, Blacklist is great. They're hitting us for 3 here. We can go ahead and do this. And get our Blacklist off. Blacklist is a card you want to play every fight when it comes up, because it gets stronger fight to fight. So next fight it'll do 14. Her ability is every turn she steals a card from our deck, and we could kill these arguments to get some of these back, but I don't really need to do that, I don't think. I think I'd rather just run them down. Oh, that's a headbang for a bunch. So we were successful in the negotiation, so she's gonna come with us. Draw 2 cards, gamble for each hostility card drawn. I really need those. Just take the money. I do admire the way you outwitted poor Aldo. A truly masterful act. Perhaps when this is done, we could discuss a mutually beneficial partnership. Yeah, I bet you could learn a thing or two from me. Sure, lead the way, Grifter. We can discuss the details as we walk. You come to a nice secluded slot, so where's Aldo? You, gonna say something? This is creeping me out. You're not gonna kill me, are you? Well, okay, hold that thought. Because I just figured, hey, you know what? I should take a vacation. I could disappear and Aldo won't know the difference. I'll let her go. Let her go. Fine, get out of here and don't let anyone see you ever again. My character doesn't really like killing people. You start formulating a plan to convince Aldo that you actually did your job. Did we finish the magic segment already? No, we're currently playing magic. Hi, stranger. I've never met you before, and this is our first conversation. The pros of nothing. You have taken care of our little problem. I have to convince her that we killed him. Seems we never had one, yes? So it's a discard, up to 2 cards here. So if I bin this and this is free, and then I'll get to head turner as prepared with the free action. So that's great. Fantastic. So we'll that, and then we'll head turner, get an extra action. This cantrips. She does 4. We have 2 up. There's Blacklist for the old 14 ball. Set the coin to heads here, so this becomes free. Can apply for composure here, which lets this be prepared. Hit them for a bunch, draw a card. They're down to 1, so if I call it and we get it in snails. Oh, that hits a random argument. I don't know why I thought that was going to kill this. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. This could kill them, because we have the graft when we discard a card. Oh, geez, I missed that. They have the argument up that lets them gain composure when I draw hostility cards. How do you know what the opponent's gonna be doing? You can see the numbers above. I can highlight it here in a second. So, for example, this 5 here tells me that I will receive. Apparently, they died. They died to one of my passive things. There'll be. I'll highlight in the next negotiation. But there's a little thing above your head that shows you like what damage incoming is going to be, so you know when to prepare defenses, so you're not just guessing at random. Your meaning loud and clear. Appreciate it, even if officially you didn't do anything at all. Mission accomplished. You should get your next report in a timely fashion. That's better news than I've had all day, and thank Tides for that. Good work, but you should clear out before anybody sees us talking. I was never even here. At the start of each turn, prepare a card. Love it. We have a number of things that get benefits from being prepared. Autodog Salvager. A tech salvager has opened up an impromptu shop. They can disassemble your Autodog for valuable parts. I like my Autodog. Your friend is in trouble. You have a chance to save him before it's too late. Let's try and save our friend. You find victory under Puzgo's heel, looking 1 blow away from the worst day of his life. You make enough of a racket to draw Puzgo's attention. A Victory looks up at you with wide eyes. Rook? This has nothing to do with you, Hunter. Stay out of it. And again, here we can choose whether to just kill him, or we can choose to convince him to leave. I'm afraid it does. See, Vectus, my friend? You pick him poorly. Okay, so we get to discard up to 2 cards here. I think I want to get rid of this clear pen out of my deck at some point. Get to choose a card to prepare. You see here, I forgot to highlight it again. So here, I get to choose a card to prepare. None of these matter. You can see here there's no damage, so the opponent is not going to be attacking us this turn. So applying composure doesn't really do anything. What does this argument do? Intense. The target previews are hidden. Oh! Okay, so I need to kill this to know what they're gonna do. Okay, so now it shows me that they're gonna do 4 damage to me. So let's apply 4 composure here. So that puts 4 defense up basically. If you're able to prevent damage when it comes in, that's great because your resolve transitions from combat to combat or from argument to argument, which is ideal. Let's prepare the grunt here because it does extra when it's prepared. We can pick a negotiation card. None of these really impact our deck positively, so we'll grab the shills here. Step off now and be content with the beating you gave him. Otherwise, fine, but remember, I would have killed you without a second thought. Thank you, Rook. You saved my skin. Least I could do. Come on, let's get you somewhere safe. It's dangerous out on the roads, but not every encounter is an ambush. Krog approaches you with his hands empty and an honest eye. Hi there, Hunter. You looking for reinforcement? I may not be licensed, but I've got a strong arm and a steady aim, and I prefer jobs on the level where I can get them. You want me at your flank? I can be there for 55 shills. Opponent has minus 20 resolve because he loves you. Sure. It's a bit more of my take than I'd like to give. Oh yeah, super easy. Looks like actually just gonna be a one-shot. I like the grunts. They'll just chain through our deck. Be reasonable. I gotta keep some of my money for myself. I'll call it 37 shills, but only because you're a hunter. No sense in breaking a sweat when I can employ locals, right? You got it, boss. Glad we can do business. Just lead the way. Sweet. Our character's not particularly good at fighting, so hiring some extra muscle to go along with us seems super reasonable. I can't believe our luck, you know? At first, I thought you were as likely to sabotage as to help me, but desperate times call for desperate measures, and so far, you're a ray of hope. It's not like you speak to me... It's not like you to speak to me so optimistically. I'll take it as a compliment. Good, because that's how I meant it. It's another miracle to make me repeat it. Thanks to you and those boggers, we've got a chance to end the Barons once and for all. Or at least end their tyranny. Ah, 2 Oshnews, 1 Salt Lick, I take it. A domestic giant snail. Got it in 1. But what we need is for Thelmo to follow your lead. Time to milk your old war buddy for what he's worth. Whatever you gotta do, whatever you gotta do to make him sure you're his loyal friend, do it. All the workers under me would gladly die for the cause. A small sacrifice is freedom for us all. We sign contracts that will follow us to our graves, if not see us there sooner. None of them is afraid of the permanence. Yeah, take names is real good. Games where you have it in your, or in negotiations where you have it in your opener tend to be much easier. Rook, where in the deepest trenches have you been? I've heard numerous reports of the Rise having some lead on the Boggers, but nothing has come back to me. Surely you must have heard something. Can't say I've heard anything of the sort. I'm sorry to disappoint. Well, keep your ear to the ground and tell me if you hear anything. Idle hands become slippery tentacles, as they say. What do you have to keep a fellow of my skills occupied? Rescue a Baron from a Rise trial. Investigate a crime scene. Ooh, this one's worth more money. It's worth more money. Should find this one interesting. Should remind you of the front lines, I imagine. Seem the Rise have gotten a hold of some explosives. Do you know where they plan to use them? Planned. They've already been used. The ingrates blew up one of the workers' dormitories. They blew up their own housing? Perhaps to make a point. The Spark Barons sweep the bunks during shifts to ensure no one is smuggling out any relics. Fortunately, the bombs went off too early, and all they managed to kill was a couple of their own stragglers. Good luck aside, we need to seize this opportunity to vilify the Rise. Find out who's responsible, or at least who could believably be held responsible. We'll find a suitable use for their disciplinary proceedings. You find Vectrinini flanked by security, berating a trio of unfortunate civilians. You lot are hiding something, and if I have to whip it out of you, excuse me? Rook, help me fish the truth from these pond scum. You're not here to meddle, are you? I assure you, I keep my meddling to a minimal. What happened? The Rise blew up the dorm here. I'm aware of that much. I was interested in some context. The Rise are archaic miscreants. They stole a bomb. They used it. They're even dumb enough to blow up some of their own. Dumb enough or clever enough? Who are the suspects? Pazlok is a worker who lives in the pod. He was late for a shift the other day because of the explosion. Probably spent time getting the explosives. Gura works deeper in the bog, has been seen loitering in the area. No doubt scouting for opportunities. Finally, GT is the foreman of the local dig pit. You'd think she'd know who butters her bread, but she hasn't met her quota all quarter. Hey, Sailor Dark, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. I'll bet real shills that she's letting her Rise buddy shirk and organize. You seem pretty convinced that they're all guilty. But everyone's guilty of something. Truer words, friend. Truer words. Figure out which one did it, and then we can talk about next steps. You know about the bombing? How should I know? I just work here. These are different suspects than my run. Yeah, there's some variance in how the things tend to play out too. Discard these two and keep these that are prepared here. Excellent. Choose a card to prepare. Reduces damage by 33%, reduces by 1 at the end of their turn. The first card played at the start of your turn is played twice. Oh, that's real good. And then this card is free if our coin is on snails. So let's go ahead and set our coin to heads. Sorry, I mean heads, not snails. Solid start. Choose a card to prepare. I would love to prepare my grunt. Graft update available. Upgrade the pocket bomb. Love it. Deals an extra damage every time we shuffle our deck. Nice. Negotiator graph's gonna update soon too. The Stinger. Need to upgrade the grunt here because it leveled all the way across. And you get to choose what you want it to do. Either does +4 damage, +5 damage and draws a card, or does 3 to 5. I'd much rather just get the guaranteed +2 because we're pretty good at preparing things in our deck. None of those seem very good to what we're doing. It wasn't me, but it was Pazlok. I saw him do it. Perhaps by our powers combined, we can solve this, huh? The first card played at the start of your turn is played twice. Sounds great. I actually don't want to discard any cards here. Our hand's actually kind of absurd. Choose a card to prepare. So let's set the coin to heads here. Oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't think about that. I should have led on head turner and I could have gotten extra action. Although I guess they don't have anything to do with the actions. Actually, maybe this was bad. I just, like, had a bunch of free actions and then ran out of cards. Yeah, maybe I should have filtered through some of those. I didn't have anything to do with it. Or yeah, on second thought, I should have discarded some cards. Because, like, I had a bunch of things that let me take extra actions, but my actions don't carry over round to round. Yeah, we hit him for a lot of damage, but, like, we could have done better. Diplomacy cards deal -1 damage. Resolve. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Attack twice with this card. Let's set this to heads, which gives me 2 composure. And then we'll play this to level it up. We can prepare something here. Doesn't really matter. None of our things have anything that prepares. Hey, there's a blacklist. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. And let's go ahead and set this to heads again here, so that way we get up to 6 composure, because we're taking 6, and we'll 6 composure, so we won't take anything here. Our negotiation deck's really good this time through. The first time we did a Rook run, last time we did a set of streams with this, they were not nearly as strong as this deck. Okay, I'm gonna lead on Jabber, so this will level up. To upgrade the Stinger, when you discard a card, deal 3 damage. Okay, sweet. So we basically get like a free 6 ball at the start of fights now, because we discard 2. We discard 2 with this one. We get to upgrade Bluff and Jabber. I'd much rather draw 2 cards, and we're definitely a heads deck. Our deck doesn't really do anything with influence. I think I'd rather have the higher range of damage. We're not really an influence synergy deck. In fact, if we could get some more cards out of our deck, I would like to get rid of the Grumble and probably get rid of... like, the Dilemma hasn't been very good either. Yeah, none of these seem great. Yeah, I did, and I'll do it again. The Union stands with Rook. Discard up to 2 cards. Well, we can get rid of the Dilemma here. Hey, Android, thanks for the 14 months. I've been feeling you on Magic lately. I've been struggling to have fun while playing Magic recently. We talked about it a bit during the first set today. I'd highly recommend Griftlands if you're looking for a good single-player game. It's been a lot of fun both times we played through it on stream. If you are interested in, you're looking for other multiplayer games, would definitely recommend checking out Runeterra. Game's a lot of fun too. Okay, this is prepared now since it's leftmost, so we'll get an extra action with it. Nice, so Cat, I'll have to take a peek at those after we're done with our Griftland segment. We get to prepare a card here. Let's prepare Grunt. Yeah, man. Oh, Blacklist would have killed them, huh? Oh, Blacklist still does it? Yeah, we're good. Need to upgrade Grunt here. Get the extra damage on the prepared. None of these really play into what we're doing. It wasn't me, but it was Pazlock. I saw him do it. Everybody's pointed at Pazlock so far. Well, Grifter, have you figured it out with your intellect? Huh? If we're pro-union, do we give up the guy that blew them up? Or do we pin it on one of the people that didn't do it to keep around the guy that will actually instigate action? Provoke the guard? Which guard? GT?
Shankinapa? Capia Shore?
Pakiashu.
We have our bomber. Pazlock did it. You sure? Wait. Well, I wouldn't have guessed that, but if it turns out you're wrong, at least you'll be explaining that to Fellow. Are we done? Done? Nah, you gotta escort them to the interrogation site for questioning. Have fun. You sense you're being followed? Alright, Grifter, hand over Pazlock and we'll let you walk away. But if you don't, we'll have to kill you. You size up the opposition, decide not to risk your life for the job. Take him. So long, sucker. Now get out of here before we kill you to make a point. Healing supplies in the bog. Frash is secretly meeting with a contact. You have a chance to eliminate them quietly before the meeting. Got some healing supplies. Well, I'm like, you might have had the option to pin it on the guard in your game. Like I said, some of the reason why this game has replayability to it is because your runs differ run to run. You find a cache of supplies half submerged in the bog. Upon opening it, some of the supplies are dry, but some of them are damaged and wet. We're at full health. Oh, I assumed we could get some resolve out of that, but apparently not. Problems? I've chased every rumor on that supposed bog or catch, and they all go up like so much swamp gas. Perhaps they were just rumors, so it would be easy to believe. The videos aren't up on YouTube yet, Fat Butters. I don't publish until I'm done being live for the day, but you can watch it if you click back to the start of the Twitch VOD. Have a good one. Are you ready? Let's do it. I'm ready. Alright, this will be dangerous even after the job is done. Once you meet with the boggers, everyone in the bog is going to want to know where to lay their heads. So I'm going to send you with the backup. That way we can wipe their memories and no one becomes a target. Except me, of course. Except you, but that's exactly why you're paid. Request some backup. Kalendra sent me. I'm supposed to pick up some backup. Is that so? I don't have many to spare. I can give you a single cobble dog. I'm on a personal mission from Kalendra. Can't you spare a little more? Choose up to 2 cards to discard. Choose a card to prepare. None of these really matter. Prepared.
Mosakia.
Set this to heads. Draw 2 cards. Oh, the digs are so good. Let's prepare head turner here because it's free. Easy game. Our negotiation deck is really sick. Upgrade head turner here. Draw a card. Yeah, I'm into drawing cards. Yeah, we've got a couple of stinkers in our deck, but we churned through enough cards that they haven't been a big deal. And definitely, you can, once per day, you can go to the black market to get a card removed from each of your decks, so definitely looking forward to going to the market and pulling another card out tomorrow. Got a couple I wouldn't mind getting rid of. My grandfather's deck has some pathetic cards. Only a couple, you know? You arrive at the Bogger hideout, but your handlers had a reason to believe the Boggers would appreciate the direct approach. Instead of sneaking, you walk right in. Whose footfalls fight against the sucking mouth of the bog? And who are you? You don't look like those who use the spark, nor any of their unawakened pawns. Hey, thanks for 11 months, Skeller. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I'm just here for the artifacts. Ah, you and many others before you. Their bones have made the hearth of my home, but your bones will make a fine mantle. Your intel was incorrect, and you're soon flanked on all sides. The only way out is combat. Why is this never straightforward? Alright, gotta fight, chat. Alright, so we can see here they're gonna stack 13 damage up here on the Cobblebot. They're gonna stack 6 on us. I'm gonna spend the turn putting some defenses up, I think. I can put defenses on the bot too, I believe. Spend a charge, deal 6 bonus damage. Bog Cyst. When destroyed, all fighters gain 3 temporary power. Okay, so they're coming at me for 6. Spend a charge, gain 2 actions. Sure. Hey, thanks for the tier 2, D20 Bandit. I appreciate the 26 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I don't have any defense here. All of our defense cards were in our opener. This guy is going to give a white flag here, so let's start working our way down on someone else. So, you can kill people, or you can get them down to their panic meter. Sometimes they recover. So if we can end this fight before this guy gets out of his panic, he won't die, or he won't, we won't have to kill him. But based on how much health these other guys have, we're probably going... We're probably going to have to kill this guy. Oh, summon a feral auto dog. I should have done that. Cripple him so he does a little bit less damage to our robot. Oh, there's a cap on 4 units. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we've got a bunch of defenses now. I think we're gonna go ahead and apply some of these. Let's put 3 defense on Krog and 3 defense here. Alright, he's rallied here, so we're gonna need to end him like we said. Yep, you did. Shoulda stayed down. I think I really care if the robots die. Mostly just want to keep Krog alive. Alright, that one's white flagged. This one's got enough health that this might rally. When this is in your hand, gain 2 power, take 2 damage whenever you play a card. When this is in your hand, gain 2 power, you play a card. Alright. Alright, and then both of these people have surrendered here, and now we have the option to execute them or to accept their surrender. I've mostly been accepting surrenders here. We're not really playing Rook as a murderer. You get some resolve back because we won. Got a bunch of battle upgrades here. I would like to apply 5 defense rather than draw. I don't want to lose my kicks, so attack twice. This does 10. Spend 1 charge, deal 2 bonus damage per shard. Yeah. With that parasite that gives you power and deals damage, you should always use it before ending your turn to upgrade it. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, that's a good thought. Direct hit. Next turn, draw an additional card. Apply 8 defense. This card costs 1 more per other card in your hand. Direct hit sounds good. We're not really building out a combat deck with this Rook run, but might as well grab some other things. What are you doing here? Making sure you do your job. Good, you didn't break your toys. I'll take those back now. So the weapons are somewhere else. My people will sniff around and see if they can pick up the Bogger's trail. You can leave now. Internet drop here. Alone Jake confronts you. Back me up and I'll pay. Back you up with what? You'll see. Jake exhale and steps behind you. Before you question him further, you are joined by the rise. There he is. Out of the way, Grifter. We have business with that Jake. What do you want with him? He sold us a load of defective weapons and almost got me killed by the Barons. Ocean bought a load of surplus weapons, then charged into battle without testing them first. They were surplus weapons and priced accordingly. I'm not surprised they didn't work. I was upfront about the risks. Let's convince him to pay it back. Yeah, I believe if you go to, I don't know what it is offhand. I'm still playing through the Epic Game Store, but you can port your key from Epic to Steam since it's released on Steam now. If you bought it when we did the stuff on Epic earlier. So our allies provide us with some bonuses here. Discard up to 2 cards. I want to discard maximum, because every time I discard a card, I get to, deal extra damage to my opponent with one of my grabs. I'm going to go ahead and use this to set the coin to heads here. Setting the coin to heads lets this deal extra damage, and it puts it leftmost, so it's prepared, so it's free now, which is great. God, this negotiation deck ended up. This negotiation deck ended up really good. So again, even though I could kill them with Blacklist, I want to. I definitely want to use Head Turner. The question is, would I rather kill them with Grunt or Blacklist? Blacklist gets stronger for every time we play it. However, Grunt's close to leveling. I probably just want to prioritize leveling Blacklist, huh? Oh, that first one was free. I can do both, right? Yeah, so we'll Grunt this. And then we'll Blacklist this. We can do both. Yeah, do both is definitely right. I forgot the Head Turner was free because we prepared it. So we'll get to level this. Love to draw a card. Head Turner drawing a card is great. I would love another Head Turner. In for all of those. This is going to ruin me, but I'd rather not die. He loves us because we got his money back. Thank you, Grifter. This money will go a long way. And again, just good examples like the different decisions and permutations you get to play through in this game. The different characters love, like, hate, or dislike you, depending on what your game actions are. You notice long before you reach the drop point that someone has been here before you, and likely they're still lying in wait. It seems you'll have to draw them out if you want an introduction. You make yourself look preoccupied, and sure enough, your guest reveals themselves. Should have known you weren't worth your weight in peat. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself. All of your slick talk and mustache twirling. Felmo might think he has you under your heel, but I know how far a spy can be trusted. You've stolen our dirty secrets long enough. Time to turn you into one. Probe for weakness. So usually if we do this, we'll get some kind of advantage in the battle. Are you sure this is how you want to proceed? I'm a spy after all. I'm trained to look for weakness. Choose up to 2 cards to discard. Our hand's actually kind of nuts, so I'm just only going to discard Headbang, I think. When you dismiss this argument, gain a weakness, expend all strange chemical cards in your deck, gain an evasion, weakness, blind spot. That seems real good. Okay, so we're not actually attacking her specifically so much as we are attacking these various things that she does, so that way we can have an advantage in in the combat that's coming up here. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card. And when we discard a card, we'll get to deal 3 damage to something at random, which is nice. And then I can use Call It to rig a heads, and that lets me Twisted Dig this. Choose a card to prepare. I was already prepared. We're so lucky. I think we just keep going after end the negotiation to start the fight. Probably what we want to do. I guess I still have a lot of. The question is, yeah, we'll get, like, can we survive to draw this again is the question. I think the answer is probably yes. The fight will be a lot easier if we can get a couple of weak spots here. Choose a card to prepare. That one. Woo-hoo! There's a blacklist. You love to see it, chat. That was kind of a waste, but unfortunately, like, it was at 6, so I couldn't finish it with this. Okay, this lets me prepare a card, so I definitely want to prepare a head turner. Because head turner gives me an extra action. Let's put some composure up here before they knock us out. Hopefully we'll be able to nail this one more time. It might have been right to set this as a head. Hey, Happilatar, thanks for that. Hey, we get to prepare something here. None of these are useful when prepared though, right? Oh, that card gambles. That's fine. I've set the coin. I desperately need to find the card that, I desperately need to end this discussion, though, and start the fight, though, at this point. We're taking a lot of composure damage now. It's in these 10 cards, so hopefully we can get to it next turn. Killing 4 arguments also ends the fight. Okay. Set the coin. Okay, I think we need to do these just to set heads a bunch so we can gain composure. And then next turn we'll be able to end it. It's like literally the last card in our deck. I might be able to grab another blind spot here too. Can we high roll here? Yeah, we're so close. We gotta start the fight though. We're really, really close. At the start of each turn, draw a card and then prepare a card. That's sick. You have a ton of upgrades here too. Double this card's damage and then gamble. So this is just a 12 ball if we're on heads. I've not Will's up. We'll have to do that when I'm done here. We've got another hour or so of Griftlands. We can take a peek at that. Just keep getting the enhanced grunts. I'm around 4 enhanced grunts now. Love it. Prepare a card. Prepared. This card costs 0. Wow, that's good. You have been weighted, measured, and cataloged. To be honest, it wasn't very interesting. Great, let's do it. Yeah, definitely Bushu's. We can watch it together. I can post a state of the game reaction like we usually do. Weakness blind spot. It's what we worked for. You love to see it. Summon a feral auto dog. Yeah, he's feral. You love to see it, chat. Wow, they're about to hit us for a lot. My poor feral auto dog! My poor feral auto dog! I think I'm supposed to just play this so I don't want to take extra damage. Let's cripple you. We don't fight that often, so I like just like spending all of our one-off things in fights every time we have it. Arnott's chest cannon deals 4 bonus damage while this is in your hand. Gross. Alright, I think we're gonna hunker down. Next turn we draw an additional card. Love it. Man, I feel like I want it. We haven't been executing a lot of people, but like, our character's really been pissing me off. Should we execute this one? Or should we cut her some slack? Yeah, I feel like she's gonna report us. I would rather have better cards rather than a wider range of cards. Gain 1 every time you gamble. Yeah, none of these are very good. Let's take the shills. All attacks are piercing. Whatever you spend. Overcharge, draw a card. Let's see, very good. Alright, end of day 3. Oh, almost end of day 3. Krog pulls you aside. It's been a blast, but I have to get going now. Be seeing you. He was worth the shillings. I believe they're always 5 days, yeah. Or at least both the characters so far are 5 days. Oh no, Felmo dislikes us. Yikes. Wake with the taste of blood in your mouth. You're not sure who it belongs to. You gain 2 experience on blast. Sure. You're so used to Hebel's grim demeanor that it takes you a moment to realize he looks even grimmer than usual. You alright? No bog mites feasting on your horns, I hope? Kalendra wants to see you. I imagine it's very important. She left directions to some spot in the bog, the deep bog. Does that worry you? I never thought we'd become so chummy. Listen, whatever you gotten up to, I officially want no part of it. Pack up your things. If you make it out of the deep bog alive, you ain't welcome at the last stand no more. A rather ungracious dismissal, but I honor your request. Alright, let's go to the black market to start. So that way we can thin our decks out of bad cards. This guy can remove a bad negotiation card. Grumble is our only card that cares about tails in our deck. We're usually setting to head, so I'm going to start there. Dilemma's also uncastable. I eventually want to get rid of that, yeah. We've just been churning through that so far. Dilemma's been useless. Gunsmoke actually seems pretty good. I like taking extra actions. We're going to the Bog's Inner Sanctum chat. As you're walking down the road, you spot a Hessian priest approaching you. Greetings. If you accepted Hesh into your soul, can't say that I have. Well, today's your lucky day. Sit with me, and I will guide you through meditation that's sure to connect you with Hesh. Meditate with the priest. Duplicate a chosen battle card. Clear your mind. Remove a chosen battle card. Duplicate. Let's double up. Let's double up the Mirrored Blast. This is 4 to 8 for... Your eyes finally open, you feel wiser, although you feel no closer to Hesh or any immortal being. Do not try to understand, just accept it and remember your connection. You're shocked to see Kalendra herself at the rendezvous point, flanked by a small cadre of Rise. Something about these freedom-fighting types leads to acts of heroism among the leadership. It's about time. I was beginning to worry Hebel hadn't delivered the message. He did. He was rather displeased, in fact. Guess he's the superstitious sort. Well, thanks to your intel, we spent all night studying the maps of this part of the bog. Most of it is unpassable, as likely to eat your leg off as let you pass, but judging by the terrain of what we know about the boggers' movements, this map is our best guess. Let's head out. Let's do it. I'm ready, certainly. Can you and your people keep up? I can't imagine there's much combat experience between the lot of you. We can handle ourselves, but the movement has made me promise to stay out of danger. If you get into trouble, the rise can help, but there's only so much we can do. Call on your rise followers for help. Neat. Remember, no reinforcements. We're on our own. The party falls in line, protecting Kalendra in the middle. You lead the way. The sound of muddy footfall causes your whole party to pull up short. You don't expect to find a worker this deep in the bog, but you do. The Baron's at his heels might explain why. Keep it moving, you sludge pile. You'll stop walking when I say so. You've made your point. I get it. I won't talk back again. We don't want to run into anything dangerous out here, right? We won't, but you might. Your group has gone unnoticed in the brush. You gotta save that worker, Rook. We're on a covert operation, you might recall. Agreed. So the more covert, the better. We'll stay here. You go do your thing. Kalendra and the other rise out of sight. You approach the Barons. Hello, I was hoping I might run into someone. I'm a bit lost. I don't suppose you put me back towards civilization. Sir, it's right back where you came from. Please, the Baron is going to leave me out here to die. You have to help me. I can show you the way back if you take me. Okay, let's convince him to let us go. Just listen, okay? Listen to this grifter. Alright, choose up to 2 cards to discard. Dilemma continues to be useless. We're already on head, so I'm going to get rid of the call it. Again, we want to discard the maximum, because every time we discard a card, we get to, every time we discard a card, we get to deal some damage to them. Start by drawing 2 here. Choose a card to prepare. Prepared, this card costs 0. Alright, so let's use this to draw. Alright, we found a visionary head turner, so we get to play dog tier. This is making my, gains composure for hostility cards that I draw. We're gonna kill them this turn though, right? So it doesn't really matter. I love that we basically built a storm deck. Just like get to chain through our deck, drawing a bunch of cards. It's a real good time. Oh, I love Dig. And it's almost upgraded too. So Dig starts on snails, but when we upgrade it, we can make it be a twisted Dig. And it's another free card for our deck, so I like free cards for my storm decks. Whatever petty grudge you're trying to play out, we'll get back to Felmo, I assure you, and then you'll have to explain yourself to him, if not me. Fine, have it your way, but watch yourself, Grifter. You won't always be in Felmo's good books, and when you aren't, the Baron sulks off, throwing bitter looks over their shoulders. Thank you. I don't know what I did to deserve this good turn. You can find your way back from here, I assume. I think so. Here, let me sketch out a route for you. You spend a few minutes relaying safe passages back through the bog. Keep to that road and you'll be fine. You're a lifesaver. Next time you're back at the work camp, so I'll do my best to make it up for you. That was mighty kind of you, Rook. I just did what you asked. I believe those are the terms of my employment. You went above and beyond what I asked, and if it were me, I would have brought Geta upon us with us. That would have been giving you more muscle to work with. Still, you are who you are, so let's get back to it. Geta loves us. God bless. The bog presses in on all sides. I've lived in this bog my whole life, and I know when we're being stalked. Someone's following us. Something, Wyatt. Feral auto dogs. Give the beast space. I'll take care of this. Alright. Hunker down. They just keep coming, chat. Low roll, tilt. This dog is going down from attacks from this. Let's go ahead and hunker down the robot. Potentially kill this here. Yeah. This will level the blast up. We're taking 10 currently. Summon a feral auto dog of our own. I guess I'll play these gunsmokes to level them up. Might as well. These two are going down here. We're almost done. Couple of battle upgrades here. Fully charged, this costs 0. I'll bet. Hey, thanks for fixing that, Dan. I appreciate it. Targets all enemies, gain 2 defense per target. Seems good. It's really well done, Y-Sticks. If you're someone that enjoys single-player RPG games, it's fantastic. Believe me, you learn to trust your danger sense real quick when you work out here. Imagine being a child and having to deal with that. Quite honestly, I can't imagine it at all. Anyways, we have to head out before the scavengers catch wind of the blood. The expedition reaches an abandoned ruin, easily defensible, and with a good enough for some rest. Hold up, let's take a breather. Might do to reassess our resources going forward, make sure we're prepared for whatever we find. Feeling apprehensive, are we? You know how many people have made it into the deep bog and survived? I do not. Me neither. Only a fool goes in cocksure and blindsided. Upgrade a battle card of our choice. Upgrade a negotiation card of our choice. I mean, how greedy is it to not heal here? We're at 41 of 48 on health. Can I just, like, take the opportunity? I think I agreed, right? Head turner's really far away from being upgraded, so... Yeah! Gain an action and draw a card. Love it. We have not. We're going to take a look at... I'm glad they're doing that, a Magical Cow. I will be taking a look at the arena state of the game in about half an hour on stream once we're done with our Griftlands segment for today. You and your troops fall into deep step. The deep bog awaits.
Sahasuna.
You and your troops fall into step. The deep bog awaits. Let's do it. You're deep in the bog now. A fly buzzes next to you, loud enough to almost crack your skull. The waters are thick and murky around your leg. There's no use denying it. You'll have to stop to clear debris out from your false joint. Hold just a moment. What is it? One of the charming idiosyncrasies of these artificial legs. They need to be maintained. I suppose you're contemplating leaving me behind. We need to move quickly. I thought you were about teamwork, no one left behind. That takes both energy and resources, and I'm finite source of both. Believe me, I feel for you. Lost your leg in the service, only to have them cast you aside. But believe it or not, you're better off than most workers here. You can leave, you can make choices, you can take care of yourself. My efforts are better placed somewhere else. You both fall silent as your ears prick. Something about the bog has shifted. Even the buzzing flies have gone. Bog hunters, outsiders. You should sink beneath its waters so it can feed. Let's scare off the boggers, chat. Burn the bog. Best you slink back from where you came from. At the end of your turn in Sept 2, this effect is added to your opponent's arguments. Hostility cards deal +1 damage, reduced by 1 when they play a non-hostility card. Listen to the Grifter. You can trust Rook. Oh, that's real good. Yeah, let's discard those. That's super good. Alright, prepare a card. Let's prepare the Grunt. Love it. Gain 2 bonus action next turn. Draw a card, then prepare a card. Let's get some extra actions next turn. We're about to take a big chunk here. Choose a card to prepare. Set this to head, so this is now free. One shy here. Wow, that just gets it. Wow, it is actually just fog. That's sick. Start of each negotiation, discard 2 and draw that many new cards. The start of each negotiation, discard up to 4 cards and draw that many cards. Holy crap. This in conjunction with the whenever you discard a card, deal 3. So, like, we could literally just, like, 12 ball them at the start of every negotiation. That sounds great. Love it.
Shukasha.
The bog's been gutted for decades. You're fools if you think we have anything to fear. The boggers watch you shrewdly before vanishing one by one back of the tree line. We must be getting close. Indeed, let's press on. It's not just the daylight that's dwindling. The air grows thicker, congealing into a masmia of spores and swamp grass. Something's not right. The air is thick enough to dampen sounds, but you know all the same when you've walked into a trap. Ah, Captain, there you are. I was beginning to worry Kalendra might have caught wind of your duplicity and left you dead in the bog. I think it's time that this charade came to an end. Kalendra, come peacefully, and I will see you're executed cleanly, and that the workers under your influence are treated fairly. Oh, no you don't, slime sucker. Rook, now is your time to prove your word. With Felmo out of the picture, labor negotiations are as good as won. I think we're supposed to fight the capitalists, chat, right? We're supposed to support the labor movement and fight the capitalists. This is gonna be a tough fight. We could leave them to fight each other. I feel like I want to prove myself to the labor movement. Get back, Kalendra. I'll handle this. He hates us because we've betrayed him. I feel like I'm just supposed to use her right away. That was a good one. She's about to die already. Holy crap. Oh, that's the doggo. Oh, you're right. That's really dog. I'm really bad at... I feel like the UI needs a slightly better way of showing... If I do this while I have 3 guys out, will it do anything? Because we said there's a cap at 4 people, right? So I should wait to do this till the doggo's dead? You'll pay for that, scumbag. Don't you hurt my dog. Call in a Rise Rebel to make a crippling attack against your target. Call in a Rise Pamphleteer to make a wounding attack. Call in an Automech to make a powerful attack. Call in a Radical to make an attack against all enemies. Let's call in the Automech. That lived up to the powerful. All right, let's apply 5 defense on me here. Now's not a time to be leveling things up, I don't think. Let's just use our most powerful attacks. This guy's gonna panic real soon. He's about to white flag on us already. So this guy's taking 15. He's gonna panic after 9 more, so even if I put 6 defense on him, he's still gonna go... I guess I just defense up on me. We are getting dangerously close to dead, chat. Dangerously close to dead. Let's cripple her. So he's gonna panic after 4 more damage. Spend all charge, deal bonus damage. And this dog's getting close to dead here. Whoa! Felmo died. Nice rocket launcher. Hey, Cannon Spectacle. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Had a little bit of time off there. Ugh. I defense empty, this costs 0. Pistol whip, love it.
Shusatyo.
Belmo's dead, you really did it. If only Fleck could be here, he would scold me for not believing in you. Assuming it was just a ruse, of course. Meaning, after all this, I've got to say, Rook, it's hard to have faith. So much double dealing and lying. I can't shake off the feeling there's a long con in this somewhere. Convince her that we're on her side. Yep. I suppose I have only my actions to speak for me. The advantages and disadvantages of executing people. Sometimes, discard these 3, leave this one. Sometimes they'll come back. It'll, like, leaving people alive can come back to haunt you sometimes. Don't need to prepare anything, because this is already prepared. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm the good guy. You know, I don't think we have time to level another grunt in the meantime. That's true. People hate you for killing their friend. You asked me to walk an impossible line, serving 2 masters, earning the trust of both. I believe I did so to the best of my ability, and here I stand by your side. No one else is. You're right, of course. Believe it or not, I haven't always been able to trust people, but I'm choosing to trust you. I appreciate it. When we began this journey, you said you'd never ask me to take a moral high ground, but I have done, and the view is fine. Now, the cash awaits. She loves us, chat. Hey, Wolf Biter, thanks for 11 months. I appreciate that. Eventually, the road leads you to a strange outcropping of rock sticking out the side of the bog like a snaggletooth. Just inside the entrance, you find signs of civilization, such as glowing relics and some discarded bones that are shaped into what might be an altar. We're here. Are we? Then where's the cash? You'll find what you seek in the heart of the bog. I suppose you're going to offer a resistance if we say we're here to claim an ancient treasure? There's nothing to resist. You coming here was foretold by the bog. It's been salivating with the utmost anticipation. That sounds unpleasant. It does, doesn't it? Man, the RTX voice even filters out my desk going up. It's so good. I assure you that there's nothing but bliss in the embrace of the bog. Let it feast upon you and no deliverance. The bog foretold this, did it? Discard up to 4 cards. Okay, we're on snails currently. So this isn't free at the moment. I'm going to keep this because even though we're not on heads, it gains an action because it's going to be prepared for us. Choose a card to prepare. Let's prepare the grunt here, and we'll get to go grunt prepared into this prepared into this prepared. This argument cannot be attacked. Undermine his faith to drop the shield on his core argument and give yourself specific advantages in the upcoming fight. Okay, so I have to attack all their individual things here. Gamble. Gain 4 bonuses. So Gamble's great here because if we hit heads, the rest of our things get better. That's unfortunate. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to draw. Choose a card to prepare. Oh look, Blacklist just gets straight up kills that one. Choose a card to prepare. Start with that Turner. This draws 2. This draws 2. Man, that's a lot of damage. I probably want to apply some composure, huh? Let's do this and draw and see what we get. That's a headbanger, okay. So headbanger requires me to gamble, so I want to play my cards that care about heads first. Perfect. Preparing these doesn't do anything. So this is free. Draw a couple. This is 5. Destroy this to gain an eye shot.
aqui, ó. Tá conseguindo. O côté. Tiens, c'est toi.
Upgrade dogged. Prepared, this card costs. So this card's generally going to be prepared for us, so I'd rather get a bigger range of damage on it. And again, the way you upgrade your deck in your cards in this game is often dictated by how your deck plays out,
Keep your dead.
which is great. But it also foretell my desecration, how I sullied it as I came through, how I spilled blood that wasn't mine to spill. Is that what your bog wanted? You know nothing of what the bog wants, and I dare say neither do you. Enough. I suppose this only ends one way. Careful, Rook, who knows what these boggers are capable of. And so 24 months, though. I appreciate the 2 years. The bog consumes, we merely provide. We're at 13 HP. I'm glad we got a bunch of upgrades here because, oh, God. That is a lot of damages, chat. We are in danger. All right, Bog Scimitar's good. This heals us. And then this applies some defense. Okay, we're at 9 defense. Apply 4 burn to all enemies. Love it. Okay, we might not... Our decks are actually like we haven't really worked on... We haven't really worked on our combat deck a ton, but we've actually ended up with something pretty reasonable, it feels like. Alright, cast a couple of Desperate Rituals here. Oh, right. Yeah, let's get rid of that so it doesn't hurt us. Unfortunately, we gained a bunch of X, but didn't have anything to do with it. Oh, we can get some item cards out of our deck, though. Yeah, that sounds good. Call in Kalendra. Get him. Down. Oh, that's really good. What in God's green earth? It just, like, ate him and traded him in for a bigger monster. Remove 3 power at the end of your turn. Attack damage increased by 3. Has devoured the Bogger Priest, gaining 30 life. Its eyes closed, reducing damage by 40%. Whenever a Grout Loot cluster is killed, this gains 2 wound. Spark Mines and Grout Knuckles lose 6 health when they emerge. Snackrifice. That's great. Alright, so if I kill these things, that's good for me. Right? If I kill... I'm taking 8 currently. I think I need to make sure we don't die here and use defenses whenever possible. Oh, you know, I should have called in the Rise Radical to attack them all. Receive 5 piercing damage. Gross. Improvise a card. Supply a cripple. Ugh. Great. We gained some defense here at least. I guess we hunker down. Our auto dog's about to die though. I have no idea how we're supposed to kill this 300 health thing. Is this thing just the avatar for 2020? Okay. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. We got a bunch of cards back there. I'm not dead yet. Hey, thanks for the 2 months, Adam. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Great. Well, it's not doing any damage to us this turn. Attack with this card 3 times. Expend. Yeah, I just don't have anything defensive at the moment. I guess if I kill, so I'm taking 7 damage from this, so I need to kill this one up here. Oh, it has a counterattack. Yikes. Oh, and I missed that I needed to kill the one in the middle, so now I'm just dead. Alright, well, that worked out kind of. Hey, Rishui, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Apply to burn. Sounds good. It's not attacking me at all, so I guess I'm just spending my turn attacking. Super unfortunate that we drew our good defensive card. Oh, this requires a charge. We drew our good defensive card. On a turn it wasn't attacking. Okay, so it's attacking me for 11. I got some other okay defensive cards here now, so... I guess we'll start by using the one that draws us a card. Oh, I'm dead when the explosive thing dies? Yeah. Well, that's not a terrible run. Oh, and someone else asked if it's always 5 days. This one's apparently only 4 days. That said 3 out of 4. So it's like, is that the last fight in Rook's character? Is that the end of it? Okay, that's pretty brutal, right? Because like you hit Felmo. You hit Felmo, and then you have the Felmo fight, and then you immediately roll up into that one, where like you have to kill the guy before it, and then the second thing pops out also. I wonder if any of the characters they plan to do. I liked the negotiation aspect of this character, but the fact that like you have to fight at the very end kind of makes it seem like it's probably just game theory optimal to always build a character that just kills people, right? Like our first run when we did, I think we're gonna play Sal tomorrow for our third day with this, since we did Rook yesterday and today. But the last time we played Sal, we like cut right through it like hot knife through butter. And the last boss even was pretty good. Was pretty easy with that one. But because like this character that we built was like focused on the negotiations and was really good at that, I didn't feel like we had much of a chance there with that last one. And I know I made like one mistake getting a counterattack off, but like with the exploding thing at the end, I don't think the extra 10 health points would have mattered. You can take other options that get you a bunch of allies for that final fight. So like, if I side with Felmo, can you get extra options for that fight? Because I was kind of surprised, like, the Rise kind of left us out to dry there at the end, right? Because, like, we had the card that, like, called them in to make attacks, but they didn't actually give us anyone that was actually fighting with us in the actual fight that was soaking up damage for us. Maybe we should have sided with the fascism, chat. Well, I mean, you can't negotiate through, right? You have to do the fight at the end. Like, you can't negotiate around the giant monster. When you beat it with the Rise, you went heavy into overcharge. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like with that campaign line, the way we went through it, this is our second run with Rook, and it's the second time we went through primarily negotiating, and we made it further this time. Last time we tried Rook, I think we died on day 2 or day 3, with not being quite as good, and that felt fine. Oh, this is neat. So as you progress through, again, adding replay value, different cards get added to the pools that you're drafting from. So not only are you drafting different things as you go, but even the pool of what you're drafting from is different run to run. And then it's about 2 hours for today, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. I don't really like retrying the runs. I kind of like the one and done. We hit a bunch of, I like that we had a bunch of experience for it too, so you can see we've actually unlocked slightly more with Rook now than with Sal, which makes sense because we didn't fully finish a run or win a run, but we played through twice at this point. Yeah, our first Sal run, we just murdered everyone. It was good. It was a good solid run. Still haven't unlocked the last. Oh, he's still in development. Right, this guy's not fully done yet. So one of the things, in addition to the first two characters having a lot of replayability, they're also going to add other characters and stuff like that. So again, this was Griftlands by Clay. We're going to be playing it a little bit more again tomorrow. Shout out to them for sponsoring the segments this week. And yeah, we're going to wrap up taking a look at the arena state of the game here together. Let me just get this.